Gentlemen, I finally fucking found it. I finally found it for you. I've been sitting over here, searching, wondering, thinking, where is the gap between where we want to get to and where we are right now? What is the difference between the people that have everything that they want and everything that we want? What is the difference between them and us? What is the difference between their success and our success? Whether that's building your dream physique, whether that's building towards success in your life, whatever that is for you, when you lie in bed at night, when you think to yourself, maybe I can do that. Maybe it is possible for me. But then you go into that self-doubt. You think, I'll start tomorrow. I'll give it my all tomorrow. I'll wake up tomorrow, start fresh. I'll have a fresh mind. Tomorrow's going to be the day that I start taking that action, that I start implementing on this big goal that I saw while I was scrolling on my phone last night. What's the difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people? See, what I've come to realize every single solitary fucking time that I've ever done anything great in my life, that I've ever accomplished anything great, took 90 days. Took 90 days of raw implementation and nothing else. Nothing else. Every single fucking day, 5 daily habits towards one singular goal. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. One main pillar that breaks down into daily habits that we do every single solitary day to create the man that we want to become. The thing that we go wrong with is that we have this great idea, but then we scroll, we see another one. And that time between idea and implementation is the time that we completely fuck ourselves. It's that gap between when you say, I want to go to the gym. It's that gap between when you say, I want to get in shape. It's that gap between when you say, I want to have next weekend off the piss, and you actually doing something that's going to change the habit for you to actually go fucking do it. See, if you tell yourself every Sunday or every Saturday, the night after a piss up, if you tell yourself that next weekend I'm going to have it off, but you don't actually change the underlying habit when you say that in your own head mentally, it's just you repeating the same fucking bullshit over and over and over and over again to yourself. That's the problem that we have, is when we have an idea, when we think we want something, we still go back to the old habits. We still go back to the same old bullshit. When you tell yourself, tomorrow morning's going to be the morning. Tomorrow morning's going to be the morning that I start getting up early, that I start working towards my goal. But then again, you wake up. When you wake up, you tell yourself, I'll just spend 5 minutes on my phone, then I'll get up. That's the bullshit. That's the lie. That's the part that we have to fucking kill. Because if we don't start changing our habits, if you don't start taking the action in the fucking moment, it's a continuous cycle where we lie to each other. See, after boxing, I realized that I spend 5 to 10 minutes in between boxing and when I go to work out, when I go to the gym. And that's the gap of comfort. That's the gap of easiness. That's the gap where we struggle, where we lose the momentum that we have in our head towards the goals, towards the ambition. But the reason that we lose it is because we're so indirect, we're so unclear on what we fucking want. See, it's so hard to tell yourself that you want to give up any vice that you have in your life right now, to tell yourself that you're going to give it up if you don't give yourself another fucking reason to give it up. If you don't replace that habit, if you don't replace that reward, of course you're going to keep fucking slipping back every time. Every time you lie to yourself, every time at night, every Sunday, every Saturday, every hangover, you tell yourself you're going to take a different action next weekend. You're going to change next weekend. Stop fucking lying to yourself. Take the action then. Pull yourself from that crowd in that moment. Book somewhere. Tell yourself you're going to go away. Book a vacation. Do fucking something to replace that reward. You can't tell yourself the bullshit lies over and over and over and over again, because our minds, it forgets how shit we feel. It forgets how bad our experience was. All it can remember. That's the difference between someone who's successful, someone who has a goal, someone who has a drive, someone who has an ambition, is they knew in their head that that has to be their whole purpose. The only difference between you and where you want to get is 90 fucking days. 90 days. Maybe not to that massive end dream goal that you have in your life, but internally on the inside, knowing that you have the habit to build into your life to actually fucking get there. That's the difference, is that small gap, that small window of opportunity that you have sitting there right in front of your very eyes every single time that you have an idea. Every single time that you want to take an action, that feeling of resistance, that feeling of knowing that you should do it right there in that moment. But when you tell yourself that you're going to start tomorrow, when you tell yourself that tomorrow's going to be different, tomorrow's going to be your fucking day, tomorrow's going to be the one, next weekend I'm going to have it off. What about now? What about now? What action are you taking right fucking now that you're actually going to change your life, that you're actually going to build habits into your life? What about right now? What about that fucking decision that you aren't making right now? Right now. It's all well and good telling yourself, mentally masturbating, telling yourself, oh yeah, I'll start tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'll take next weekend. Oh yeah, I'll quit vaping tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'll quit all these vices. I'll quit doing drugs. I'll quit all this bullshit. I'll quit eating shit food. I'll finally get in shape. I'll finally start living up to the expectation, to the dreams, to the goals that I have in my life. It's a lot easier to tell yourself in that moment that I'll do it soon. I'll start tomorrow. Because I lived it. I lived it for fucking months until I finally decided the time between idea and action is where you're going to grow. You can start building towards the change that you want to make in this very fucking moment. Not 5 minutes later, not 10 minutes later, not 20 minutes later, right now. You're not going to get it perfect. No one is. But we're so distracted with all these big goals that we have, that we see other people making success in their lives. But you tell yourself, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll start this, I'll start that, and you can't even focus on one fucking thing. See, the thing is, if you spend 90 days on one thing, one skill, one fucking thing, over and over and over and over and over again, even if it's not the thing that you want to do for the rest of your life, you will be so much farther ahead. But the thing is we want it all in the moment. We want everything in the moment. But we haven't earned our stripes yet. We haven't got it yet. You haven't got it yet. It's that time between action and implementation and sticking to it for 3 fucking months. 40 pounds gone, 3 months. 75 hard plus 15 days off drinking, off vices, 3 months. 3 months it took me to give up all vices. 3 months in between moving overseas and when I was sleeping on my mother's couch after bodybuilding finished, after I won those competitions. That's all it took because it was one goal, one thing that I was working on every single solitary fucking time. Then you build this pyramid, you build this funnel, you build this funnel every single solitary fucking day. You focus on one goal, and then daily habits that create that goal. You want to get in shape? Good. Stairmaster, 30 minutes. Work out 5 times per week. You track your food or you eat whole foods. You want to build discipline? Good. You start studying discipline. You start studying psychology. You start studying things about discipline. You start taking actions towards discipline. That's the only thing, is you need one set goal. You want to give up vaping? You want to give up drinking? You want to give up these shit habits? You replace the reward and you create the man, the goal, the person that actually does it, and you take the actions that it takes to fucking get there. You take the action in the moment. You start chipping away at it every single solitary day. Every single day. You don't wait 5 minutes. You don't wait 10 minutes. You don't wait 20 minutes. You have a fucking idea. You implement. But you set the goal on one thing. One fucking person that you want to become. One main goal. And then you break down into a fucking funnel of habits that it takes to get to that person that you do every single solitary fucking day. Man, you take the actions between the idea and implementation and you relentlessly pursue it for 90 days. And I guarantee you, you will change your fucking life. I don't care how angry I sound. I don't care how mad I sound. I don't care what it is that I sound like to you right now. I am angry. I am mad because I wasted so many fucking years of my life on the bullshit. My phone ran out of storage halfway through this video, but I couldn't not finish it because I actually give a fuck about you. I actually care about you because I know how you feel. I understand what you're going through. I understand the pain. I understand the struggle of living the same fucking week over and 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 over again on repeat, lying to yourself, telling yourself you want all these big goals, you want all these big dreams, but giving back in to the old vices, giving back in to the old bullshit, giving in to that little bitch voice telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow, that you'll take the action, that you'll change your life tomorrow, that you'll start next weekend, that you'll choose the hard option next weekend, that you'll get in shape, that you'll build your dream, that you'll start working towards your goals. I understand how it feels to be stuck in that mental rut, the cycle of despair over and over and over and over again. And I'm finishing this video because I fucking care about you. I care about you with my whole heart. I care about you and the way you feel and how shit it fucking feels. Knowing that you're stuck, knowing that you're in that mental rut, knowing that you feel like you've got nothing in your life. You feel directionless, you feel lost. You don't know why you're getting up in the morning, because I lived like that. I lived a life like that, where I was stuck in that cycle of fucking despair, of having these goals, of seeing these people create their lives, create their dream physiques, change their lives, create dreams for their families. I watched it over and over again, scrolling on my phone as I lived the same week on repeat, drinking, drugs, vaping, vices, porn, all of them. Living life with no intention, living life with no action. After having big goals, after having big dreams as a fucking kid growing up, but getting them all taken away as we grow up, as we get programmed to be told that it's normal to drink, that it's normal to waste our lives away. And I realize this. When has it ever been fucking normal to never go after your dreams, to never go after your goals, and choose some bullshit that takes control over your own mind, instead of going actually out there and taking the actions and living a life of purpose? When has that ever been fucking normal? To be sucked into mediocrity, to not work your ass off towards creating a life, towards creating a vision that you actually fucking care about, that you can create for you and your family. That's why I'm on here. That's my underlying driver. I watched my mother be an alcoholic. I watched her smoke for years. I watched her basically be dead while she was alive for years. Choose comfort, be sucked into the addiction, be sucked into the negative vices over and over and over and over again. I refused to live a life like I was, like the path that I was going down, of mediocrity, of bullshit. That's when I decided I need a change. I need a change, not just for me, but for her, but for my father, but for my sisters, to show them, to show the world that you can change, that you can do something different with your life, that you don't have to live a life of mediocrity, that you can create something bigger for your family, for your future. That's the underlying reason of why I needed to get in shape, of why I needed to start working out, of why I needed to set goals, and why I come on here and actually give a fuck about you guys. Because I do. I care about you more than almost my own fucking goals. Why? Because I want your family to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want you to live a life of purpose. I want you to live up every single day where you know exactly what you need to do. You know that you're waking up with intention. You know the actions that you need to take to create a life that you want to create, instead of feeling lost, instead of feeling directional, instead of feeling like you just stuck in this mental rut of where, oh, tomorrow's going to be different. Tomorrow's going to be the day I change. No, man, no. The difference between you and anyone successful, the difference between me and anyone successful is the exact same fucking thing. It's the exact same fucking thing. Between 90 days and now, you could be an absolute expert on one fucking thing. You can create the man that you want to become in 90 days. That's it. 75 hard plus 15 days was the first time I ever lost 25 pounds. Created a new vision, created a new man. And that was a funnel of becoming the man. That was a funnel. One person. Then daily habits every single fucking day. Second time, put the weight back on, but then I lost it. 40 pounds down, 40 pounds down, 90 days, 2 bodybuilding shows, 1, because I knew mentally that was the vision that I created for myself. Then from there, sleeping on my mother's couch to moving overseas, granted, this one was 90 to 120 days. But the point is, you have one fucking goal, one fucking vision. Every single time that little bitch voice comes at you, time and time again, between that time of action that you know that you need to take, the daily habit that you know that you need to take, instead of choosing the comfort, you take that action. It's that gap. It's that drift. It's that mental gap between you and where you want to get to. It's taking that winning that small 5-minute battle where you tell yourself, no, I'm not going to scroll on my phone. No, I'm not going to eat the shit food. No, I'm not going to wait 10 minutes before I go to the gym. You get up in that moment. You get up now and you start fucking pursuing it. You start going relentlessly every single solitary fucking time. That's how you win the mental battle. Because I believe in you. I believe that you can create a vision for your family that you have in your life. I believe that you have greater purpose. I believe that you have greater intention out of your life. I don't believe that you should be living a life, that you want to be living a life where you drink, where you smoke, where you vape, where you're in all these negative vices. You're overweight. Phone has got like 1%. Right, the flash turned off, but I'm going to finish with this. I don't fucking believe that you deep down want to be living a life of the cycle of despair, where you are living for someone else, where you aren't pursuing your goals, where you aren't pursuing your dreams, where you have a greater purpose, where you have a greater ambition, where you have a greater fucking goal in your life, but you're living this life where you're stuck in this negative cycle of the same bullshit, of the same lies that you keep telling yourself every single solitary fucking day like I used to. I don't believe that was what you were born to do. I don't believe that you even think that that's what you were born to do. But you go pursue these things because you don't have one clear direction. You don't have one clear goal. All you need to focus on is one singular fucking goal for the next 90 days. Create that man that you want to become. Create the man that you want to envision and actually pursue it. Actually create the man. Take the daily habits, the daily action, envision the man and stay disciplined every single solitary fucking time. And I guarantee you, you will create that man within 90 days.